Apparently, yes. That was sweet. That was sweet. Look at that. Beauty.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today I am throwing these two NV Tour bowling balls. Super excited. I'm just kidding. Today we got Barks and Brando back throwing the new NV Tour from Hammer. So this NV Tour features the NV Solid cover stock, which is the same cover stock on the original NV, which is known to be very strong and very early. Now what makes this ball unique is the core inside. It's got the Obsession Tour core, which is known to be a smoother, more controllable, and a mid-differential core, so medium hook potential. So today you're gonna see two different styles. You got Barks, lefty killer, stroker up 5, and you also got the house shot killer, Brandon. So first up, you're gonna see Barks, and he's gonna compare this NV Tour to his track archetype. If you didn't see the review, check it out right up there. That ball is very early, very strong, and we expect it to hook a few more boards and earlier than this NV Tour. And for Brandon, he's gonna throw it against his benchmark ball, the Verge Solid, and also the Obsession Tour Pearl. So we're comparing the NV Tours to these bowling balls because these are the current bowling balls that Barks and Brando are throwing in their arsenal. We wanna see how this ball is gonna compare to what the other stuff they have in their arsenal. Barks and Brando both have Obsession Tours, but they've thrown hundreds of games on them, and it's not really a fair comparison to throw it against brand new bowling balls. For our patterns today, we have Barks throwing on Route 66, 45 feet. It's a long pattern with low volume, and for Barks throwing it against his archetype, we're gonna see a big difference between these two bowling balls. And for Brandon, we got Tungsten, 39 feet, a harder shot, flatter, and a bit more volume. It's a trickier pattern, so we'll see if this ball can give him the control that he needs to strike on it. So before we go out onto the lanes, don't forget shop.jrproshop.com. We have some brand new merch. Go to the store, find one that you like, come in a bunch of different colors, t-shirts, hoodies, and ships right to your door. So enough talking here, let's go to B&B, Barks and Brandon out on the lanes.
All right, question time before we get started. This is a new one for us. So when a tour ball comes out, I get really excited. But I know a lot of league bowlers might be a little bit intimidated by that moniker. So I want to know, does the tour name encourage you to go out and get that ball? Or is it something that intimidates you a little bit? Let us know down in the comments. All right, Barks is back, guys. We got the brand new NV Tour from Hammer. We're not going to start with that one just yet. Let's start with a ball I've been throwing a lot lately, the track archetype. So we figure every review on the new NV Tour is probably going to compare against the Obsession Tour, or maybe the original NV. We want to give you something a little bit different. So we're going to throw some of the balls we've been throwing a lot in league and see how this NV Tour compares to those. So we're on Route 66, it's a 45-foot pattern. It's a pattern we've been bowling on in our challenge league. This is a ball that doesn't come out very often for me because it hooks a little too much in the front part of the lane. You're gonna see that here. So on most of these longer patterns, I try and play a bit straighter, more in the track area, and kind of migrate in as the fronts start to go away. So let's try this ball kind of up 10. Missed a little bit left on that one, but you can see how early that ball wants to get into a roll. And it's just a big, smooth, long arc in that spot. Now that shot may be there for a few frames, but as you start to burn up that front part of the lane, you're gonna have to either migrate in or go down to a weaker ball. So let's move a couple right off of that shot, because I think the fronts are gonna start to go pretty soon. Oh, that's hooked early. Yeah, that ball picked up probably just past the arrows and just kept going. So really no hole in the middle with the ball that strong. So I'll make a ball change now. That's what I find in a lot of these longer patterns. When you have a ball with a really strong cover stock, you can't use it for very long because the front part of the lane starts to get burned up too fast. So I'm hoping this, yes, it has a strong cover stock, but the engine's a little weaker, so it should help it get down the lane a little bit easier and retain more energy. Yeah, so that ball took the same path through the front part of the lane, but it hooked probably 10 feet later. Didn't get it into a roll as fast. I'm gonna move even further right off of that. So I think there's plenty of hook. Apparently, yes. There's a little bit of hook there. Missed a little bit left on that one. Picked up early, but it's still got some energy. It still wants to shape down lane. In that same spot, the archetype would have probably rolled forward. Probably would have left something like a 3-9 or maybe just a 3-pin. Actually, why don't we test that out? I think this will hook early, but kind of get lazy down lane. Yeah, there you go. Ball wants to float down there, but it doesn't have enough energy left over to kick back. So just because the pattern's long doesn't mean you need your strongest ball. I would say go to something more middle of the road, something symmetric or a weaker asymmetric ball, and control your angles more that way. I see plenty of hook where I am, but I think I can push it a little further right. Let's try that. Yeah, I love the way that ball gets down the lane and just controls the back end, but it's a big sweeping arc. It doesn't quit on you. Throw a couple more and we'll keep moving right. But I like what I see so far. Ooh, look at that, beauty. I mean, I want to end it on that, but we can't end it on that. Let's wheel this a bit more. I'm gonna stand on 33. Ooh, keep moving right, keeps coming back. I need new tape in this, but we'll do it after I'm done. Let's move 35. I'm gonna have to slow this down a bunch though. Yeah, still trucking, still moving from there. How much further? 40? Let's go to 40. Let's move another 5. I gotta count these off. One more shot. Gotta be slow though, slow. Man, that ball's a beast. Let's send it over to Brandon. He's gonna throw his on 39-foot tungsten. Let's see what that ball does on that pattern.
All right, Brando here, NV Tour. We're here on 39-foot tungsten challenge pattern. And in this house, that means there's a little bit extra back end and not a lot of hole in the middle. But first, before I throw this ball, let's use my control, vert solid. Let's see, I'm in about feet 25. Let's trust this ball out to the right. Should come storming back. All right, that's okay. There's a lot of hook inside. Showing you this shot's not super easy. I'm gonna throw a better shot than that. I will actually trust this ball to the right. If my eyes are at a pinch. All right, not bad. Vert Solid's my favorite ball in the bag right now. Been using it a ton in league and tournaments. Let's try that one more time, then we'll get into that NV Tour. All right, 10 back. That ball's looking a little early and way too much. Let's get my shape to the NV Tour a little better. NV Tour, same alignment. Let's trust this ball out to the right. That's close. I really need to trust the ball to the right, and that got down the lane actually a little better than my Vert Solid. Kind of surprised. When I threw it the other night, when it was fresh out of the box, this thing hooked at probably the dots. It felt like brand new urethane, it hooked so early. So this is way better. I got about 5 games on it, just a little bit of lane shine, and that seems to be doing the right thing. Let's do it again. This ball's hooking as much as the Vert Solid. I mean, it's pretty strong. Actually, they look pretty close there for me. Let's throw another one and see if we get a little more data. That was right at target, and a ton of back end, went through the pins great. Hey, let's keep going. I'm seeing this ball as slightly cleaner and a little bit rounder down lane. Just not quite as early rolling and just maybe a little bit more on the back end. That wasn't a good shot either, but hey, I found the pocket. Let's keep going with that. Continue. Standing at 25. I thought this was a pretty good shot. That tour pearl went way further down the lane, didn't grip the lane as soon. It was maybe a little sharper down lane. We'll try that one more time and a slight move to the right. That's pretty close. It's pretty close. The 2-in-1 move got me to the right spot there and just a little bit sharp from behind the head pin, but very close. All right, Jimmy wants to see me hook the vert solid a little more.
All right, we're back from the lanes. Let's talk a bit about the NV Tour here. Let's start with you, Brandon. What are your thoughts? You threw it out on tungsten, 39 feet. What did you see out there?
My look was awful. I had way too much hook on this pattern, and Lucky 9 in particular, when we go with anything less than 40 feet, just booms off the back end. I felt like I was bowling on a short pattern. It just was not the right ball. Being honest about it, like in league, the ball looked awesome. There's a little bit more juice in the fronts and a little bit more length to help hold the ball in line, and that's when this ball looks best. This pattern being a little bit on the drier side, a little bit flatter in the middle of the lane, meaning there's not a lot of help, and not having a lot of length to hold the ball in line just really was kind of a problem. I ended up standing left, getting my eyes dead right and aiming at the gutter. That's really all I had with this ball because it was just so strong. How about you, Ryan? What'd you have? You're on 45 feet, a little bit less volume, but that extra length probably helped your ball hold line.
For sure. If you looked at how I started that video throwing the archetype, you could tell that ball just wanted to hook way too early and too soon. Just too strong for that pattern. That low of volume, you don't need the big strong balls. They don't normally look very good on that kind of pattern. But this ball looked really good actually. I kept moving in, and even with not a lot of volume, it was able to get down the lane and retain some energy. I kept moving right and the ball kept coming back. So I was really impressed with what I saw out there.
Yeah, I liked your look way better than mine. I threw a couple balls of practice on that long pattern, and I liked my look a lot too. It's just interesting to see what these balls do in different patterns and how different they can look.
Comparing this ball to an Obsession Tour, which we both really liked, what are your thoughts on that? How do they compare?
It's easy. With this ball, it's a 2-in-1 move left with my feet. It's the same core, and it's just a bit stronger cover, so I need to get a little bit further into the oil, and same shape, really. It's just updated. What do you see? Is it the same to you? Because like for me, it's pretty easy.
For me, it's definitely stronger. I think it can handle a lot more oil, and for that reason, I think it's a more versatile ball. The Obsession Tour, while great, did have its limitations, especially when you got into some longer patterns. It just wasn't quite enough cover stock to really dig in. But I see this ball being good on some shorter patterns if you're trying to play a little bit straighter, or even on some longer, lighter patterns like I had out there on Route 66. Definitely a versatile piece, and I love that it's a solid black color and it's not flashy, because I don't like flashy bowling balls.
I want to avoid the yellows and oranges, other than that Verge that happens to roll good, but usually those bright colors just tough for my eye, and like it looks too wild. I just can't get a good read on it.
That ball looks really slick going down the lane. It's got this purple engraving. Like it really stands out to me.
It's black. It doesn't stand out at all.
Perfect.
Tour equals ball recommended for medium to higher rev rates.
I agree.
If you're somebody that struggles to hook the ball, this isn't the ball for you. If you're somebody that throws it hard, rips on it, hooks it, creates a lot of rotation, then here's a ball that's gonna really suit your game. I really think that anybody with a decent rev rate is gonna like this ball.
And I think we would probably be like the minimum type of rev rate that would make this ball look good. Anyone who maybe has less rev rate than us might struggle a little bit getting this ball to perform as well as you want it to.
Speak for yourself. No, this ball was pretty good. I really like what I see out of it, but yeah, if you're somebody that hooks it, yeah, say as much as us or more, we recommend it.
For sure. But like if you got less than 350 rev rate, like it's not gonna be a standout ball for you. You can definitely get as much performance for less money. You don't need this one.
Yeah, I feel you there. That archetype that you threw would be a great ball for somebody with less revs. That Verge Solid I had would be an option like that. Yeah, this would be something that like Jung, Jimu, Goots, like they'd all like this ball. Too bad, Jung. The NV Tour is a very high-end ball, top shelf price point. Yet it's not the most hooking ball on the market. Like how is that justified for the customer that walks in and considers this ball? Like how are you selling that ball to somebody?
So typically you think high performance, think the most hook, but to me it's more about consistency of ball motion. We see this one being very controllable and smooth. It's not the biggest hooking ball. There are balls out there at that price point that can accomplish that. This is more of an arsenal piece. This is more something for a tournament bowler to fit a spot in their bag. If you're looking for more hook, there's plenty of options out there. This isn't the biggest hooking ball. It certainly has its purpose. So much like the Obsession Tour that came before it, this is gonna be a popular ball on tour, on PBA Tour. They love this type of ball that gives them that control aspect, because they're looking for controlling the pocket and scoring high that way. They don't need the most hook all the time.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below to our question.
The word tour on a bowling ball, does it encourage you to go and get it? Or does it make you a little bit hesitant? Or does it have no effect at all? Now, if you're looking for a tour ball for yourself, head to shop.boofabowling.com and use our promo code JungleBarks to save 10% off your order. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. that's it, hooked early. Yeah. Yeah.
That's close. Come on. Ooh, that's gonna peel.